All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. Check out Pig and a Pickle, two locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in Marin, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. or until they run out. And of course, in Emeryville, they're open Wednesday through Sunday inside the Emeryville Public Marketplace. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. All right, we're doing our training camp preview brought to you by New York Style Italian Sausage. And at the end of this video, I will tell you my seventh favorite New York Style Italian Sausage product as we count down the top 10. But we're going to look at linebackers here, and the 49ers linebackers. I think this is really one of the strengths of the football team. I really do. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, really on top of their game. Greenlaw on the weak side. Warner plays the Mike linebacker. They're as good a duo as you're going to find in the game. They're fast. They're instinctive. Warner can play coverage. Greenlaw loves to run and hit. They're overpowering as a twosome. And then you've got Oren Burks and Demetrius Flanagan Fowles and Curtis Robinson, three really solid special teams linebackers. Burks is probably as good as it gets. Flanagan Fowles can play from scrimmage and from special teams. He hits like a truck. He runs like the wind. Converted safety. Curtis Robinson, very smart linebacker who can also run. Really solid special teams linebacker. In addition to that, the 49ers have three burgeoning young starting caliber players in D. Winters, their sixth-round pick out of TCU, Jalen Graham, their seventh-round pick out of Purdue, and Marcelino McCrary-Ball, an undrafted rookie or undrafted free agent who was a rookie in 2022, put on the practice squad. And Marcelino is jacked. He's put on about 10 pounds of muscle. He's a converted corner and then safety. There's a lot to like here. Somebody good is going to get cut from this linebacking core for sure. Warner's a two-time All-Pro, and him and Greenlaw form one of the NFL's best tandems, maybe as good a tandem as Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman from a decade ago. D'Amico Ryans was the linebacker coach and defensive coordinator, and he was the defensive coordinator and then moved on to the Texans. So you got Johnny Holland coaching the linebackers, and the former A&M star is as good a linebacker coach as there is. He also has a great eye for talent. But they do lose Azeez Al-Shaair. He jumped to the Tennessee Titans in free agency. So they're going to have to fill that role. Now, that third linebacker is usually only on the field about 25% of the snaps, but the Niners have tremendous options here. Flanagan, Fowles, Burks, and Robinson, all excellent special teamers. And then Marcelino McCrary-Ball, I think, is emerging as a terrific young player. And then you've got two rookies in D. Winters and Jalen Graham that can both flat out play. Graham's 6'3", 220. This is another guy. This guy ran 4.64, but if you watch Jalen Graham play, he plays much faster than that. He's instinctive. He's smart. He's flowing to the football. He really stood out in the OTAs as a guy who's going to make this football team. And then you got D. Winters. And D. Winters is 5'11", roughly 230 out of TCU. Started in the TCU playoff win. Wants to, basically be like Greenlaw and Warner. And this guy's got great instincts and can just shoot gaps and make plays for days. So they're in a very, very good situation on that second level. Warner and Greenlaw, Greenlaw was one vote shy of earning second team All-Pro honors last year. And this is the league's best linebacker duo. And now that Al-Shaair moves on, Al-Shaair is terrific. And now he goes on to the Tennessee Titans. But, they've got Marcelino and they've got D. Winters and they've got Jalen Graham, and they've just got an abundance of riches. I'm going to give this group an A. I think this is one of the best linebacking, groups in the entire NFL. I mean, look what you have here. Warner has emerged from a third-round pick in 2018, where at BYU he played kind of a rover back combination safety linebacker. And every time I watch him, he's bigger and stronger and smarter, and he just makes play after play after play. He's good going forward, but he's also good in coverage. He can take on a physical running back in the hole and stone him. He can also sprint to the edge and beat your running back to the corner. So, the Niners defense with the speed of their linebackers on that second level, That's to me the difference in why they're really special. Greenlaw's a 5th-round pick in 2019. He flies. He's 250 pounds. He hits like a truck. He just needs to play discipline. Sometimes he'll play so recklessly because he just loves to hit. He loves to run, loves to hit, loves to be physical, loves to be violent. And you just got to rein him in from time to time because he gets right to the edge. But man, when Greenlaw's really focused and Warner's really locked in, those two guys are special. I mean, really, really special. And then, sometimes organizations go through a period of time when they just see it well or don't see it well. It's like for years and years, teams have struggled maybe to get a wide receiver in the draft, and they keep drafting guys and they keep missing. But then the opposite side of it is also true. Sometimes you'll find a position and you're just seeing it well, or you have a position coach that has a great eye for talent. For years and years, Bob McKittrick was outstanding, not only at coaching the Niners offensive line, but finding guys on day 3 of the draft and even after the draft that could fit his system. Ray Rhodes was the same kind of coach when he was here in the Niners secondary. Not only could Ray coach the hell out of the secondary as a former DB himself, but he also had an uncanny eye for defensive back talent. And so Don Griffin showed up, and Chet Brooks and Jeff Fuller, and the list goes on. Don Griffin, Tim McKyer as a duo started as rookies. I mean, Ray Rhodes had a great eye for defensive back talent. Well, that's what the Niners have right now in Johnny Holland. They see the linebacker position well, and they get guys who are smaller and faster. These aren't the Matt Millen type linebackers who weigh 260, have the big neck roll, and take on guards. These guys are being protected by one of the league's deepest and best defensive lines, and they run and hit, and they cover the second level, sideline to sideline. And between Warner and Greenlaw, and now you've got Winters, Graham, and Marcelino, you've got 5 starters right there for 3 linebacker positions. And if that wasn't good enough, in Oren Burks, Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, and Curtis Robinson, you have 3 special teams linebackers that are all highly coveted around the NFL by other teams. These guys can flat out play. So what a great situation the Niners have at linebacker. All pros, young bucks, special teams contributors. I mean, it's really an impressive group. And it's not like they've gotten them from one spot. They're all over the country. Burks went to Vandy. Flanagan Fowles was a DB at Arizona. Jalen Graham was a converted DB at Purdue. Greenlaw came out of the SEC at Arkansas. Curtis Robinson played in the Pac-12 for Stanford. Fred Warner at BYU, D. Winters at TCU, Marcelino McCrary Ball came out of Indiana. All different kinds of players, but their one consistent theme. Their linebackers all can run, they can cover, and they can break down in space and make plays against both the run and pass. So I think this is the strength of the football team. I really do. I think Winters is a stud. I think Jalen Graham's a monster. These guys are both good young linebackers. Marcelino had an interception last year in the preseason. He's terrific in coverage and loves to hit. And, he's a major, strong linebacker who's, 225 pounds, but can cover. They're not going for 250, 260-pound guys. It's all about playing pass coverage and having speed. And the Niners' instincts and speed at that second level is as good as you're going to find in the National Football League. So I'm giving this group an absolute A. There's no doubt in my mind that the 49er linebacking group deserves an A across the board. They have tremendous talent up and down this linebacking group. All right. That's going to do it for the linebacker preview. Our 7th favorite New York style Italian sausage is the maple pork sausage. And I'll just give you one warning. My son got this. He put it in a frying pan, started to cook it. Immediately, the entire house smelled like maple sausage. I mean, the maple smell is so strong that it's unbelievably strong. It dominates. And any room that you cook the maple pork sausage in will smell like maple pork sausage at the end. But it is phenomenal. Breakfast sausage, so it's got a little sweetness to it. but it has that great maple taste, and it's like you dipped your New York style Italian breakfast sausage in like a little bit of maple syrup, and it just has a little bit extra sweetness to it, and it's just absolutely mouthwatering. So my seventh favorite New York style Italian sausage product, the maple pork breakfast sausage. All right. Hope you enjoyed our linebacker preview. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krueg Show. And thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krueg Show. Once again, I'm giving this linebacker group a straight A. Thanks for watching the Krueg Show on YouTube.